And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to takesbyfans.com/watch. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered multiple ways. All right, today's a big old Sunday. This is kind of our pre-game show where we're a little bit more laid back, relaxed, just kind of looking for that last second value, all the last seconds in and outs that we could potentially take advantage of. So we'll be seeing all the ins and outs, talking it through, and last-second thoughts and best bets for all the games today. I also want to do our NBA Daily 10, some good NBA action last night, so I want to kind of get that out of the way as well, so we will do that as well. But first, before we get into anything, I got a little bit of an exciting announcement out here. We have partnered with a sportsbook, folks. Can you believe it? Vegas has let us in. We are planning to take advantage on the inside. We are the man on the inside to take down Vegas, folks. That is our life goal, to take down Vegas, especially what they've been showing us this season of all the disrespectful values and all of that. So we have partnered with Bettis Sportsbooks, folks, and very, very reliable, trusted sportsbook here. And if you want to get first depositor bonuses, head over to takesbyfans.com, go to the sports betting tab, and click on any of the links right here. We get a first deposit 200% bonus using crypto, folks, and that's my preferred use, using cryptocurrency. And Bettis, they allow using cryptocurrency, folks. One of the only sports books that do allow cryptocurrencies, and you get up to 200% on your first deposit, folks, if you're using cryptocurrency. So head over to takesbyfans.com/sports-betting, and then click on any of the banners right there, and you can get the first time depositing bonuses, folks. Absolutely fantastic. So help take down Vegas with us, folks. That is our life goal. They're disrespecting with their value, what they set the lines at, and they kind of put out a little bit of a hit on Derrick Henry. So let's all get revenge on Vegas together, and let's use Bettis, folks. Absolutely great sportsbook over there. Alrighty, so now let's head over to our NBA Daily 10, folks. Let's put 10 minutes on the clock right here, and we will try to stick to the 10 minutes because, this is kind of our NFL pregame show, so don't want to spend too much time in the NBA, but there was still a lot to talk about over the couple of games that were on last night. So here we go. The 10 minutes of uninterrupted basketball talk is ready to go right now. Alrighty, in the NBA, let's start with game one from last night. Rockets at the Nuggets, and man, Nuggets escape with a 1-point win, winning 95-94, and it was because of Jokic. We were just gushing over Jared Allen's great defensive performances late down the stretch to seal back-to-back victories for the Cavs. So, we were kind of talking about Jared Allen being Defensive Player of the Year, but Jokic was like, hang on, don't forget about the reigning MVP, baby. Here we go. Who is this? Tate trying to put up a layup here to win the game, and Jokic says, get that shit out of here. The game-winning block right there by Jokic. So shout out to the Joker, folks. Shout out to reigning MVP, all that. He doesn't get enough respect because, he doesn't get any respect being, reigning MVP and all that, but, he's still great down there, defensive, down low, big beef down low, all of that. Jokic going 28 points, 14 rebounds, fantastic. The game-clinching block. Michael Porter Jr. only 7 minutes last night, folks. Not good. Not being on the floor now. Not getting great production when he was on the floor and got that big old payday in this offseason. That investment is not looking like it's paying off so well, and it's just truly unfortunate because Michael Porter Jr. could have been one of the best in the NBA, folks. But that back not holding up and now injured again out here. Not great. Aaron Gordon only 9 points. Will Barton 15 points. Monte Morris 9 points. Nothing great off the bench, but they were able to squeak out with the 1-point victory. Now for this Rockets team, Daniel Tice back in the lineup. Folks, and they lose. Coincidence? I don't think so. Daniel Tice 18 points, 5 rebounds, a -7 on the floor. Nothing great. Christian Wood 12 points. 17 rebounds. Kevin Porter Jr., 6 points. Jalen Green, 9 points. They had great bench production from Kenyon Martin, 11 points off the bench, and Eric Gordon, 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists off the bench. Unfortunately, just come up a little bit short against the Nuggets. All right, next game up here is the Jazz and the Heat, and man, oh man, what a game this was, and the Heat win 118-115, win by 3 here, and this is a huge game for this Heat team to kind of say, hey, we can go and hang with kind of the better teams in the NBA, even though we know that this Heat team is a very, very good team in the NBA. We still want to kind of see if they're beating kind of the 76ers and the Jazz and all the kind of other great teams in the league, and the Heat were able to kind of take it to him last night. So Jimmy Butler, 27 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and he didn't even shoot a 3, folks, like we know. Fantastic. Bam Adebayo down low, 17 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, a +4 on the floor. Kyle Lowry, triple-double, 20 points, 10 assists, 12 rebounds. Absolutely fantastic. And then we have Tyler here off the bench, back at it again, folks. Led the team in scoring, 29 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 6 of 8 from 3. Absolutely fantastic. And then we get Duncan Robinson, 3 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 1 of 5 from the 3. Can we get Duncan Robinson out of the starting lineup, folks? He's like the worst player on this Heat team, folks. And that's not too much of a dig and a knock on Duncan Robinson, because this Heat team is very, very good. Markieff Morris off the bench, Tyler Hero off the bench, PJ Tucker in the starting lineup. So, they've got great players all around him, but Duncan Robinson is not doing what he needs to do here. He's got okay defense, but he was still a -6 on the floor, but his shooting is not really what it needs to be. He's the most lackluster player on this Heat team. So we'll see what they end up doing with Duncan Robinson, if they try to trade him, if they bring somebody in, or if they're just content on rocking with him as a subpar 2. And then we get Markieff Morris off the bench, 4 points, but a +20 in 19 minutes on the floor. Once again, that beef, that defense right there, that dog attitude. The Heat have it all, folks, and they got out of last night with the win. So absolutely fantastic. All right, now let's talk about the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell, 37 points, 7 assists. Unfortunately, missed a game-tying 3 at the end of the game, and that's why the Heat are able to win in regulation. Rudy Gobert down low, 8 points, 8 rebounds, but a -20 on the floor. Yikes. Bam Adebayo locking him up. PJ Tucker down low, locking him up. Not able to do anything. Bogdanovich, 16 points, real solid night. Mike Conley, 18 points, real solid night. Royce O'Neal, 15 points, 6 steals, 5 rebounds. Real impressive night off the bench. Jordan Clarkson, 7 points. He took 9 shots. Whoa, Jordan Clarkson taking down the shots a little bit. We love seeing that. Hassan Whiteside, 6 points, 8 rebounds, and Joe Ingles, 3 points. So a little lackluster overall than what this Jazz team is kind of expected to do off the bench, but kind of bites him in the butt a little bit. So Donovan Mitchell tried his damnedest. Unfortunately, comes up a little short against this stacked, loaded Heat team. All right, next game up here is the 76ers at the Bulls, and the 76ers win again against the Bulls. First meeting, it was in Philadelphia. This meeting in Chicago, and the 76ers win both of them. All right, maybe this Bulls team, they're a very good team, but are they ready to take that next step? Like we just saw the Heat ready to take that next step against the Jazz, beating them. So real disappointed that this Bulls team got beat back-to-back times to the 76ers. Not the best look for them. Unfortunate. We'll start here with the 76ers. Tyrese Maxi, how he's doing? 10 points, 8 assists, baby. Only taking 9 shots. Loving exactly what Tyrese Maxi is doing. Truly the glue that is making this team work, folks. Always leading the team in assists. Not kind of trying to be the superstar because he doesn't need to be the superstar or even close to the superstar. So big shout out to Tyrese Maxi of just doing what he needs to do out there. Seth Curry, only 11 points, 0 of 3 from the 3. His shooting production was low, and they were still able to win. A huge green flag for this 76ers team because Seth Curry was usually kind of leading the team in scoring, still not having Danny Green, still not having Tobias Harris. And if you told me Seth Curry only put up 11 points, I would say, oh, the 76ers probably lost. But no, Joel Embiid does his thing, 30 points. 15 rebounds. Paul Reed takes over at the 4 for Tobias Harris. 10 points, 5 rebounds. Great night by him. Shake Milton fills in for Danny Green. 13 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. A great overall night by him. But then off the bench, folks, Furkan Korkmaz, baby. 25 points, 6 rebounds, getting it done. Georges Niang, 12 points, 2 assists. And then Andre Drummond. They only used 3 players off the bench, folks. They only played 8 players all game. And Andre Drummond, just 3 points, 2 rebounds, and, only 13 minutes. So what we love about this 76ers team is their bench, their depth, and all of their kind of good, great players, I guess we should say. Seth Curry, Tyrese Maxi, Joel Embiid. I mean, they've got players everywhere, folks. So 76ers, another big win here. And now for the Bulls side, truly unfortunate that they lost, not having Tobias Harris, not having Danny Green, only playing 8 players kind of in total. And, Seth Curry, a little bit of a lackluster scoring night of what we've seen him do already this season. So Chicago, man, we want to root for them, and we want to talk highly about them. We just put them at number 3 in our power rankings, and kind of shout out to us for putting the 76ers above them. We rearrange our power rankings every Friday, folks, in the NBA. But this Bulls team, Lonzo Ball, 8 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, didn't shoot the best, and that's kind of what we know about Lonzo, 33% on 9 shots. Zach LaVine put up 32 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Vucevic, 11 points, 11 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan, 25 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. So the core 4 here, or I really should say the main 3 here for the Bulls, got it done. Lonzo, a little lackluster, and then their bench, really nothing great besides Derrick Jones Jr., folks, 12 points and 4 rebounds in 17 minutes on 75% shooting and a +4 on the floor. Now we're starting to get it going here with Derrick Jones Jr. And we'll see if at any point this season he finds his way in the starting lineup at maybe the 3. He could play the 3, absolutely. So we'll see what happens there with Derrick Jones Jr., but he's getting better here, and that's all we want to see, especially early on in the season, getting Derrick Jones Jr. kind of acclimated to the team. And then Alex Caruso off the bench as well, 9 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. He played 32 minutes off the bench, but was a -14. So overall, the Bulls come up a little bit short here against the 76ers, 105-114. All right, then we get the Celtics at the Mavericks, and Luka Doncic doing Luka Doncic things out here. Tie game at 104 with 6 seconds left. Luka Doncic with the ball. Step back, 3-pointer, game winner, cash money, bingo, bango. Mavs win it just like that because Luka Doncic is absolutely spectacular at the end of games. I mean, we see this all the time by Luka Doncic. Porzingis finally back in the lineup here, 21 points, 7 rebounds. Luka Doncic, 33 points. 5 assists, 9 rebounds, 5 of 10 from 3, and we just saw the game winner. Tim Hardaway Jr., 7 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Dwight Powell at the 5, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and then Dorian Finney-Smith, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists at the 4, or at the 3, excuse me. And then solid bench work by Jalen Brunson, 13 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and Reggie Bullock, 13 points and 3 rebounds. That is our 10 minutes, so let's quickly wrap up the NBA from last night. The Celtics, Jason Tatum, 32 points, 11 assists. No Jaylen Brown this game, and they were still competitive, so we give the Celtics credit for that. Marcus Smart, 7.6 rebounds. Dennis Schroeder at the 1, 20 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and this is going to be something big, folks. We want to see Dennis Schroeder as a starting point guard, and we really don't want Marcus Smart at the 1. We could kind of see him maybe at the 3, maybe, and then move Jason Tatum to the 4, whatever it needs to be, but we really don't want to see Marcus Smart being the main point guard here, so Dennis Schroeder takes over, 20 points, 6 assists. We love that all day. Don't love him taking 22 shots and 1 of 6 from the 3, but overall, he was able to kind of get it done. Robert Williams, 16 points, 8 rebounds at the 5. Al Horford, 14 points, 4 rebounds, stepping up in the starting lineup. And then Josh Richardson, 13 points off the bench, trying to get Aaron Nesmith, 0 of 5 from the field, 20 minutes off the bench. We need their younger players or other role players here to get going here, and so far they've been sputtering in their start. So Celtics lose by the buzzer beater, 104-107. Then we get the Hawks and the Suns, and man, a good game here. Hawks end up losing by 4, 117-121 over the Suns. Who did good on the Suns? Devin Booker, 38 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Chris Paul, 16 points, 13 assists, doing his thing. No DeAndre Ayton for the Suns here, and they still pull off the win. Very well done with them. Clint Capella, 9 points, 13 rebounds. Trae Young, 31 points, 13 assists. He did his thing. And John Collins, 26 points, 10 rebounds. So they all kind of did their thing. Bogdanovich as well, 18 points, 4 of 11 from 3. Unfortunately, come up just a little bit short. Overall, it was a great offensive game for both those teams. And then the last game of the night, the Lakers at the Blazers, and the Blazers win by 15, 105-90. No LeBron. Okay, AD only plays 7 minutes, gets a little injured, a little banged up, so of course they're not going to win this game. Who did good for the Blazers? Damian Lillard, 25 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Let's see if this is kind of the jumpstart he needs to kind of finally get going this season. Nurkic down low, 15 points, 17 rebounds. Powell, 13 points. And then off the bench, Anthony Simons again, folks, 10 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. That's back-to-back great games by Simons off the bench. We'll see if he can keep it up. So, and then for the Lakers, who did good? Russell Westbrook, minus 20 on the floor, 8 points, 6 turnovers, not having LeBron and AD, and he's not able to carry this team like we kind of know. Nobody put up double-digit points in the starting lineup, folks. That is recipe for failure. And Malik Monk, this was kind of his time to kind of get going a little bit. He had 13 points. He led the team in scoring, so we will give him that, but 5 of 11 from the field, 45%, nothing that great. All right, that is the NBA from last night, folks. We got anything good on deck today? I know, it's football Sunday, but any good games on today? Nets, Raptors, Cavs, Knicks should be a good one. Jazz, Magic, Bucks, Wizards, that should be a good one. Pacers, Kings, Spurs, Thunder, Rockets, Warriors, Hornets, Clippers. So some solid action on today, and we'll break it all down for you tomorrow live on the show. Alrighty, now let's shift gears to the NFL because we are, how many? We got 33 minutes. We're going to get out of here at 12:50, so couple more minutes to go here on the show live. So let's kind of hit you with the ins and outs. We got who is officially in. Christian McCaffrey's finally back here for this Panthers team. Great for Sam Darnold, but we are still gonna be betting against them. We do not care that Christian McCaffrey is back. He's obviously their best player, and Sam Darnold will be able to dink and dunk to him and really kind of bolster up his completion percentage. Let's see what this official line is now, and it is now Panthers +3, and I believe we locked in the value of Patriots -3.5, so the line has really not moved that much with the official news of Christian McCaffrey officially playing. Maybe Vegas kind of knew, hey, he's going to be able to go this week, so he is officially active, and we'll see what he can do, and if he could stay healthy. The last time he kind of, first game back wasn't, he came back, and then he kind of got re-injured a little bit, so we'll see if Christian McCaffrey is good to go. Sam Darnold is also good to go. A little bit of a clear of concussion protocols, but he's still a little banged up in his shoulder as well, so Sam Darnold is truly going to be dinking and dunking this entire game with his little bit of a knocked up shoulder a little bit, and he's got Christian McCaffrey back. So expect the kind of Patriots defense to press up, to go after Sam Darnold. Once again, Bill Belichick made Sam Darnold see ghost a couple of years ago when he was with the Jets. They'll be able to handle it. So once again, our Patriots -3.5 bet is still good to go, folks. Our kind of betting extravaganza where we officially had 11 picks, cut it down to only 10 because we had the information that Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins are probably not going to play, and that's still kind of true about 40 minutes out. So we are not going to be officially betting the Cardinals +2, and we are just going to have our betting extravaganza be our 10 picks. So unfortunate there. But we're still good to go with the Patriots -3.5. Loving it. We get CeeDee Lamb good to go. Amari Cooper good to go. So Dak Prescott's coming back with his full complement of weapons ready to rock. Oh, yeah, baby. Still loving Cowboys -10. Let's see if that spread has changed any. Nope. We still get Cowboys -10 here. We get no backup quarterback here for the Broncos. Drew Lock is out with a COVID-19 positive test. So we wish him to get better, obviously. But, if Teddy Bridgewater gets knocked out of the game here, this Cowboys defense is real good. The Broncos are truly going to be, very bad having a third string quarterback. So yeah, definitely loving the Cowboys -10 still. That bet is good to go. We get Rashad Bateman good to go and Kenny Galladay. So the Giants will have a little bit of help out here with Kenny Galladay, but how long will he be able to stay in the game, folks? That's kind of this thing that we see with this Giants offense all the time, is that once they get one receiver back or he's good to go, he gets kind of injured and taken out. We just saw We saw Sterling Shepard, I believe, kind of got knocked out of last week's game for the Giants, and then Kadarius Toney as well. So, yes, Kenny Galladay is good going into this game. Will he be good leaving the game going for next week and all that? So, still not liking the Giants. Let's check that spread. That's one of our picks going against the Giants. Raiders -3, and it's still Raiders -3. Still loving the Raiders here. Can't give any faith into this Giants defense or offense. And once again, we are rolling strong with Rich Bisaccia this week. He will be able to have this team level-headed, laser-focused on this game, and we're ready to see them win again and put up 30 more points, folks. If they put up 30 or more points this week, Rich Bisaccia will do something that John Gruden has never done, which is score back-to-back 30-plus point games, folks. And we think Rich Bisaccia can get it done, given all the craziness surrounding the Raiders this week, folks. All right, now some official outs here. We get James Robinson for the Jaguars, so now that's not even going to be good for the Jaguars this week. They are truly going to get smacked here with the Bills. I still believe that line is still at -14.5. It's good value. We are going to stay away from it. We thought about replacing the Bills -14 with our Cardinals +2, but we're just going to not bite off more than we can chew out here and stick with our 10-team betting extravaganza, trying to get back at Vegas, folks, for taking Derrick Henry away from us last week. Saquon Barkley is still a no-go. Unfortunate. We'll see if he can get back next week. And Sammy Watkins also a no-go as well. We'll see if the Ravens are still able to get it done. We believe they can. All right, a big kind of out that came out of right field here. Well, I wasn't expecting this. I knew about the injury, but I didn't think it would keep him out this week. Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa has a small fracture in his middle finger of his throwing hand that has not recovered enough to allow him to start today's game against the Texans. Jacoby Brissett, yikes. If you ever hear Jacoby Brissett, you instantly bet the opposing team, folks, and that's exactly what we were doing before this. But once again, we got the great value. So let's talk about this. Jacoby Brissett is going to be starting here for the Dolphins, which is not good news at all, especially not having Devontae Parker and Will Fuller. So good luck, Jacoby Brissett. You've done nothing so far in your first couple of starts here with Tua, out earlier this year, and now he's out again, and Jacoby Brissett is taking over. So we've been following this Dolphins-Texans spread a lot because we weren't really sure if Tyrod Taylor was good to go. What's up with that? So originally this spread started at Texans +6.5, and then Tyrod Taylor was officially announced, and the line dropped from +6.5 to +5.5, and now the Tua news, the line went from Texans +5.5 to Texans +4. We locked in the value at Texans +5.5 here when we made our official picks on Friday's show, so we secured the great value. Once again, if you take away anything from our show, folks, it's secure the value when you can. It instantly can change just like that. Secure the value. We got it at Texans +5.5. If you got it at Texans +6.5, very, very well done. I commend you on that. We unfortunately did not lock in that great value. How unfortunate. But now it's only Texans +4, which is still great value. Bet this value. This is it, folks. Tyrod Taylor wins games. This Texans team is not bad. They've just been rocking with a rookie quarterback basically since week 2, folks, and the defense was having the top taken off of them multiple times a game, and that's really why they were kind of getting blown out in the final box score. The Dolphins, they don't have their quarterback to go deep. They don't have their two best receivers on the team to go deep. This is going to be a conservative offense with high electricity back with the Texans because they have their starting quarterback back. The Texans +4, I am ready to declare this, folks, the best bet of the week. Texans +4, Texans +5.5, Texans +6.5, whatever you've locked it in at. Texans +4, best bet of the week. And I think I also endorse Texans on the money line at +170. I think that's great value. I really cannot see this Dolphins team being so much better than the Texans, especially without Tua, because we've said this over the last 6 weeks, folks. The only thing that is good about the Dolphins is Tua. Everything else is absolutely abysmal. So you take away the one shining light, and we're getting 4 points. Yes, Give me that. Texans +4, folks. Best bet of the week. Absolutely love it. All right. So Tua's out, folks. Do not even think about betting the Dolphins. If you already bet the Dolphins, I would try to call up your sports book and be like, please let me take this bet back. I don't want this bet anymore. Please take this off. Give me my money back. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go through with this. Please. So no Tua today. Truly unfortunate we can't watch him. I guess it's going to be a little good that we don't have to listen to the garbage narratives in the national media this entire week about, oh, Tua, they won, but he looked bad. And but now we have to hear about, oh, Tua's so injured. He can't stay healthy. His finger now. So I guess it's not any better. So get ready for the Tua slander this week, folks. We know it's coming. All right, anybody else here that we missed on the injury roundups? We got CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Sam Darnold, A.J. Brown. That's a big in for the Titans. First game without Derrick Henry. We definitely need A.J. Brown. Is Julio Jones good to go? Let me double check this. I know he was a little banged up. What do we got? Julio Jones, he's good to go. A.J. Brown's questionable, but he's good to go. And Julio Jones is good to go, not on the injury report. So good to go with their two wide receivers, definitely needed. And we'll see what Adrian Peterson can do in his first game of the year here for the Titans. Still loving the Titans +7, one of our official picks. Let's see if that line has changed at all, any. All right, and it's the late game. Oh, it's all right. Titans +7.5. So once again, good value. I think it's been hovering around 7.5, 7, whatever you've locked it in officially at. We've got it officially at Titans +7. But this is gonna be a great late game, folks. I don't think we count out the Titans just quite yet, folks. Rams haven't faced anybody in the last month, and maybe this kind of takes them by surprise. Once again, we're not saying that the Titans will definitely win this game, but we think they can keep it competitive within a one score. We are loving the Titans +7, folks. And remember, Vegas has been disrespecting the Titans for the last 3 weeks. Is this disrespect? We don't think this is truly disrespectful value, but we think it's good value overall with the Titans +7. We think they can kind of keep it in play, and we think they can keep it close out here without having their main man Derrick Henry in the backfield. So A.J. Brown is good to go. Deebo Samuel's good to go for the 49ers. That's going to be a great game as well for this 49ers team. Very, very big matchup this week. 49ers up at home versus the Cardinals without Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. And look at this. We get the Cardinals at +3.5 now. That line has officially gone up because I'm assuming it is officially official that Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins will not be playing this week. So Cardinals +3.5. We highly advise to stay away from that game. We know this Cardinals defense is good, division rivals, and we'll see what Colt McCoy can do. We're not the biggest believers in Colt McCoy, but they've got a lot of weapons and talent all around him. He doesn't really need to do anything great. He just needs to be game manager, deliver the ball, and throw it accurately and not turn the ball over. Can you do that? Can you not turn the ball over? That's really it. Don't turn the ball over, and you have a great chance of being competitive in this game. So we'll see what Colt McCoy can do. Next man up mentality. We've seen all the backup quarterbacks go crazy so far this season, so it wouldn't surprise us. So if you want the Cardinals +3.5, this is the best value you will probably get on the game. I would lock it in if you are thinking about the Cardinals just keeping it close. Division rivals, all of that. Defense is still good to go for the Cardinals. Everybody's hating on Jimmy Garoppolo in the national media. We don't really see it like that. We still get behind Jimmy Garoppolo and see the bettability and buyability in the 49ers with him at the helm. But Cardinals +3.5, I'm telling you, it's very tempting, folks. It is very tempting. I am this close of re-upping it to an 11-teamer extravaganza this week with this new value of Cardinals +3.5. I think we'll stay away from it, but it is very, very engaging, enticing value, I will say, folks. I will say, very, very. I'm 2 seconds away from just taking this, folks. 2 seconds away. We'll see if it changes throughout the show, but I'm right on there, folks. I'm right on there. I think we'll hold back, though. I think we'll hold back. We got 10 games going on that we've already got, so I don't really want to press our luck, folks. This is kind of our takedown Vegas week, as we've been saying. They got Derrick Henry, folks. I don't know how they did it, but they injured Derrick Henry. Vegas injured Derrick Henry. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what technology they got over at Vegas. I know it's better than the technology I got. I will say that. So I don't want to start a war with Vegas, but we do kind of want to take them down a little bit. So hitting a 10-teamer will definitely take down Vegas, folks. Definitely. All right, what else do we got here? Robert Woods, good to go, and that doesn't even matter because Matthew Stafford doesn't even go to him. So Robert Woods out there, not out there, who cares? Elijah Mitchell, good to go. Rashad Bateman, also good to go. And then not much optimism on DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray, James Robinson. We know he's kind of out. And then Von Miller not going to make his first official start here with the Rams, and that's fine. They don't really need Von Miller. Once again, he's a little kind of injury prone over the last kind of 2 seasons, 3 seasons. So get him all good, get them acclimated. This is not a do or die situation, a must-win game for the Rams. It may be a little bit of a must-win situation for the Rams optically. You obviously don't want to lose against the Titans without Derrick Henry, but overall the record will be fine if they lose this game. A little bit of annoyance in the national media is really all they're up against if they do lose this game. So get Von Miller up 100%. They've got bigger aspirations than just beating the Titans in a Week 9 primetime matchup. This Rams team is going for the championship, going for the Lombardi Trophy, obviously, of all the moves that they have made this offseason and now at the trade deadline. So get Von Miller all good to go. Don't risk it. Don't try to push it. You've already got a great defense. You don't even need them. It's a luxury piece, but we all do you Rams. If you want the chip that bad, Sean McVay truly wants the chip that bad. He's got a lot to prove. Hey, I've had Jared Goff, and I was doing so gosh dang good, and y'all were calling me trash. Y'all were starting to call Sean McVay, little old me trash when I had Jared Goff. Now look at what I'm doing. Do you see what I am doing now? Woof, we're so good we don't even need Deshaun Jackson. We forced Deshaun Jackson out because we are so good offensively we don't even need him. How crazy. Give big respect to Sean McVay out there, the genius of the Rams, folks. All right, what else do we get here? Sam Darnold. Let's talk about him again, even though we've done it. Quarterback Sam Darnold cleared concussion protocol, but is questionable with the shoulder, but he will start. We don't know if he'll finish the entire game, but he is going to give it a go as a starter quarterback. And once again, Bill Belichick knows he's a little banged up. Let's get him, uncomfortable in the pocket. Let's start rushing him a little bit. So once again, this Patriots defense could probably come at Sam Darnold. And we know what Sam Darnold does under pressure. Multiple interceptions. We've seen it time and time again against the Cowboys, against the best teams. In this Patriots team, we believe in the team very, very highly. We just moved them at number 10 in our power rankings. Their first appearance in the power rankings this season. Fantastic. Better late than never. And the Patriots are at number 10, and I will definitely keep them on this list if they go and beat the Panthers this week, especially if the Patriots offense is able to move the ball on this good Carolina defense. So this is going to be a big game to watch for, and we'll see how Sam Darnold handles it. So cleared concussion protocol, but is still a little tweaked up with a little bit of a shoulder injury. Source said at minimum he'll play backup with hopes that he will start and play the entire game. So he is starting, and they're hoping that he can play the entire game today. Kyler Murray didn't practice this week because of an ankle injury. He will try to go at the game time decision, but it is starting to appear that he is not good to go. And then the last thing that we have to quickly update on is that Deshaun Jackson is probably going to be signing with the Raiders, folks. It's kind of almost already a good to go deal that can be done and finalized, I think, after Monday. So keep that in mind. Raiders getting Deshaun Jackson, and we already love this Raiders team, and we already love Deshaun Jackson. We've seen what he can do with the Rams, folks. Take the top off the defense, given the whole Henry Ruggs situation. Bringing him in makes so much sense out here. So Raiders, baby, they are filling that void. And once again, Rich Bisaccia's great season can once again get back on track. Hopefully they don't take a little bit of a step back this week by losing to the Giants, but they'll be having Deshaun Jackson on their team for next week, good to go. So Raiders get Deshaun Jackson. Now we're just left with OBJ. That's really going to be the last kind of big name, big move really this offseason or this season, now that the trade deadline's over, and this is like the ramifications of the trade deadline of releasing these two players because they couldn't trade them because of their contracts and all that. So Deshaun Jackson with the Raiders, folks, absolutely love it, and we'll see how much of a difference maker he can be and if he can continue to help this Raiders team be so gosh dang good, folks. Once again, we have this Raiders team at number 4 in our power rankings. We are big believers in the Raiders overall. All right, let's see if anything has been breaking live. Any last second information. We are 25 minutes out from kickoff, and we are 16 minutes left for the show here. We're going to get away 10 minutes before kickoff so we can kind of produce the show and all that, get it uploaded everywhere. So those that didn't watch live, folks, with us right now, they can still get all the great content that we provide on a daily basis, folks. All right, so what do we got? What's going on, Twitter world? What is going on with the ins and outs? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? All right, what are these bleachery or Barstool? What are their locks? These are always great videos, always so entertaining. Shout out to Barstool Sports, even though they don't need a shout out. Very, very entertaining. All right, so one of their locks is Panthers plus 3.5. Oh no, we don't like that at all. I'm never betting on a banged up Sam Darnold. I don't even bet on a healthy Sam Darnold. What are you, nuts? All right, what has he got? Dave Portnoy's lock of the week is Cowboys minus 10. Yeah, we absolutely love that. This Broncos team, they don't move the ball. The offense is very, very trash. And did y'all forget about the Cowboys defense? Dak Prescott's out for 1 week, and y'all already want to kind of forget about this Cowboys defense being one of the best defenses in the league. Micah Parsons, and then the lockdown corner that is Diggs, folks. Come on, give the whole team respect. Give the team some respect. We love that lock there of Cowboys minus 10. And then the last lock, he's going Bills minus 14. Yeah, that really should be the case. We just don't want to swallow 14 and a half points when we don't need to. Backdoor covers, all of that. Bills on the road. Bills, maybe overlook this game. Jaguars coming off the loss. I just don't want to get beat on a backdoor cover. That's really the only reason why we're not taking the Bills minus 14 and a half over that 2 touchdown hook. So now we're talking about 3 possessions and all that. So it's just a little bit too much for us over here, but we understand the pick. All right, what else do we get here? Any other ins and outs? Adrian Peterson. Oh, yeah, this is news as well. Adrian Peterson turned down Dancing with the Stars in September because he knew he could potentially be playing football this season. And, yeah, obviously that's the right decision. Dancing with the Stars will always be there. It's not like, oh, if you don't get on this season, we'll never have you again. I'm sure Dancing with the Stars by now is kind of hurting for some stars. And Adrian Peterson would definitely fit the bill there of a good star. Entertaining personality, all that, big time NFL player. Dancing with the Stars will literally have him on any season he wants. So what a smart decision there by Adrian Peterson to be like, maybe next season, but I'm still in kind of football mode. And once again, he's 36. I mean, Dancing with the Stars will wait for him. The NFL, they don't wait for nobody, folks. So very smart decision by AP out there. All day, baby. What else do we get? Oh, yeah, this video's going around this morning. Everybody's talking about it, so I guess we'll talk about it. Pee-wee football, like 5, 6, 7-year-olds. I don't even know how old these kids are. But this dude is mammoth right here, playing against some shorties out here, and is just stiff-arming everybody into oblivion right here. So everyone's calling him the next Derrick Henry. That's the main joke on the video. But yeah, I mean, just look at this stiff arm. That's Derrick Henry-esque. This is definitely, if you shrunk down the NFL, this is it, folks. This is Derrick Henry right here. So once again, little RIP to the king out there. But yeah, I guess we got our Derrick Henry of the day. Derrick Henry of the day? Is that a new segment, folks? Derrick Henry of the day? Since we can't watch Derrick Henry for most likely the rest of the season, I think we're getting Derrick Henry of the day, folks. Every single day from now on, folks, we will have a Derrick Henry clip, and this is going to be our first one. Mini Derrick Henry, right now here. Shout out to Mini Derrick Henry. Yeah, shout out to Mini Derrick Henry, and we will be watching Derrick Henry every single day for the rest of our existence of the show, folks, or until we can see Derrick Henry back on the field on a weekly basis. So get prepared for that, folks. Get prepared for that. Derrick Henry every single day. All right, what do we get? What else we got? Anything big? Oh, we get this. Terry Bradshaw blasted Aaron Rodgers on the Fox pregame show. We missed it because we were doing our pregame show. What did he say? He said, quote, "It would have been nice if Aaron came down to the Naval Academy and learned to be honest." Oof. Learned not to lie. Oof. Because that's what you did, Aaron. You lied. He did lie. That is official. He said, well, if you want to get semantics with it, he said, I am immunized. Once again, nobody kind of pressed and asked specifically for COVID-19, but in the end, he did lie. He did, once again, the protocols in the NFL, you have to wear a mask if you are unvaccinated when speaking, when I think always indoors and when you're speaking to the media. So it is a lie, unfortunately. I don't think we should be villainizing Aaron Rodgers as much as everybody is. We will not be villainizing Aaron Rodgers over here. But, to each your own. Y'all do you. This is y'all world. We're just living in it and just talking about it. That's really my take on it, but y'all do you. So the Aaron Rodgers thing is still big news. Obviously, as I'm sure y'all know by now, it's big news. Shouldn't be, but whatever. What else do we get here? Anything else breaking that we have to quickly talk about, or we can go into our last final best bets, last second bets? I think that's where we're at. Really no other big breaking ins, outs that we have to take a look at. We will refresh one more time. Anything else? And James Robinson is officially out, which I think we already knew. All right. So, last second best bets, folks. What do we got this week? So once again, one of our favorite prop bets to do is points by a team in the first half. So let's see if there is anything good that we can potentially cash in this week on. So the first one up here, which I think is really good value now, is Texans over 10 points in the first half. Absolutely. We got Tyrod Taylor. And Jacoby Brissett will definitely make at least one mistake, whether it's a fumble or an interception. We see it every time he's out on the field. So if it comes in the first half, Texans over 10, folks. Absolutely great value. We will definitely be taking that. Texans over 10 points in the first half. This Texans team is the real deal, folks. We've been saying this every single week. We couldn't really say it because of Davis Mills. That was our one thing. This Texans team is the real deal. We love their head coach keeping it all together, and we love Tyrod Taylor. This Texans team is the real deal, folks. Now that Tyrod is back, and I'm so glad that we could watch Tyrod again. Well, definitely, I don't even care what the hell happens. We're watching Tyrod Taylor in Wednesday's film study, folks. We've gone too long without seeing Tyrod. Let's see what he can do out here first game back. Loving the Texans over 10.5 points in the first half. All right, Cowboys is at 14.5. Once again, our rule, we never take anything over 13.5 points ever. We rarely make exceptions, and we're not going to make an exception here. Broncos over 10 points. Not going to trust the Broncos offense with that. Vikings, Browns, and Vikings, Ravens, and this is the weirdest spread to me of the week. Is this came down? Came down? Oh, no, hang on. I'm at first half. I was going to get even more heated than I've already was. All right, now we see the line is at 7. Now we see the line kind of moving up a little bit, and that's really what the line should be. We locked it in at Ravens -6, and once again, this is such a weird spread to us. It makes no sense. So I don't know if Vegas is kind of making suckers out of us. This is a trap sucker bet right here, but Ravens -6. I mean, what great value is that, folks? This Vikings team is absolutely atrocious. They're getting over 10 points in the first half. We are not going to bet on the Vikings at all. And Ravens are at 14 points in the first half. And once again, over our rule of never taking anything over 13.5. All right, Patriots are at over 10.5 points in the first half, and I like that as well, folks. I really like that. This Panthers team, once again, banged up. Sam Darnold, Christian McCaffrey's back, so a lot of dink and dunk, and I think the Patriots defense will be pressing for most of the game here. So Patriots over 10.5 points in the first half. We are liking it. We're not going to officially take it just quite yet. We'll let you know in a second. See if there's anything other better that we like, but we are really liking this. Panthers over 7.5 points. We're not going to trust Sam Darnold with any points. I don't care, especially against this Patriots defense. Bills, Jags, Bills over 17 points in the first half. No, thank you. And Jacksonville Jaguars over 7.5 points. Once again, no, thank you as well with this Bills defense. No, thank you. Browns, Bengals, both at 10.5 points right here. We're just going to stick with our Browns plus... What do we get? Browns plus 2.5 value that we locked in. We're just going to stick with that. Let's not kind of push our luck on this Browns narrative. Once again, Vegas is on our side. The machines are on our side for this Browns bet. So we'll just take that and cash in with that take. Absolutely. We're loving the Browns still. All right, Raiders, Giants. Raiders over 10.5 points. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Best bet. The best points by a team in the first half prop bet of the week, folks. Raiders only over 10.5 points in the first half. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Lock that in right now, folks. Lock that in right now while we do a little research. Even though that we don't need the research, we'll show you all the research. We're going in blind with the research, and we know it's going to kind of prove out right. But here we go. I want to see how many times the Raiders have put up more than 10.5 points in the first half. I'm sure it's every single week, folks. Why is everyone jumping off this Raiders team? Because they lost Henry Ruggs? Yeah, I'm sure that was bad, but they also lost their head coach and was still as good. So I'm not kind of saying, as long as they have Derek Carr and Rich Bisaccia, I don't give a damn who is killing who out here, folks. I'm taking it. Let's quickly see what they've been doing all season long in the first half, folks, because I am loving that. Oh my God. Yeah, so we're not going to take which one that we were contemplating on. We are not going to take Patriots over 10.5 because we are going to take Raiders over 10.5. And once again, we don't want to spread ourselves out too thick out here. These are our favorite kind of always cash in prop bets, so we don't want to get too crazy with them. I think we'll just stick with these two that are great value. Here we go. Raiders, what have they been doing all season long here? Here we go. Week 1 against the Ravens. They put up 10 points in the first half, so missed it by the half a point hook right there. Unfortunate. And hopefully that doesn't kill us this week with the 10.5. Obviously 10 would be great value, but we'll swallow the extra half a point as well. Week 2, they had 9 points. Okay, maybe this is not good. Here we go. Week 3, how many points did they put up in the first half? 12. Now we're talking. Now we're at it, folks. Little early couple weeks, they, had to get everything figured out. Here we go. Week 4 against the Chargers. They put up nothing. They had a little bit of a poor performance. They're only putting up 14 points. The rare poor performance by the Raiders, folks. Here we go. Against the Bears. Week 5. You have to do it against the Bears. Oh, they didn't. Only 3. Ooh. Oh, they only put up 9 points all game. But now here they go. Against the Broncos. Week 6. They put up, boom, 17. Yeah. Against the Eagles last week, they put up 17. Yeah. So, yeah, we're good to go with the Raiders over 10.5 points. And, folks, they're against the Giants. Of course they're going to turn over the ball, and that's going to give us at least 3 or 7 to our 10.5 points in the first half. So, we are still loving the Raiders over 10.5 points in the first half, folks. Fantastic. Even Vegas is loving it. Look at this, a minus 145, a plus 115 on the under. So, yeah, they are loving that as well, and we will cash in. All right, anything else here? Falcons is at 7.5. Not going to trust that, especially without Calvin Ridley. Saints over 10.5 points. Chargers over 10.5. Eagles over 10.5. Not going to take any of those. Two good defensive team. Packers over 10. That's some solid value. We're not going to take it, though. Chiefs over 14 points in the first half. Cardinals over 10 points in the first half. 49ers over 10.5 points in the first half. Titans over 10.5 points in the first half. And the Rams over 14.5 points in the first half. So our two official prop bets are Texans over 10 points in the first half and Raiders over 10.5 points in the first half. Our favorite prop bets to bet in the NFL season, and we're looking to cash in this week. All right, we got 3 minutes left. Anything else we got to take care of? Any other last-second breaking news? Any crazy bets here? Raiders -3. Somebody put $500 on it. That's what we're talking about. Panthers +3.5. Somebody put $500 on. No, ooh, we don't like that. Take that one back. Call that one up back. No. We gotta switch it. Patriots -3.5. I will cover your $500. Reach out to me. Here we go. Bills -14.5. Somebody put $500 on it. Yes. We agree. We can see we just don't want to do it ourselves. We don't want that backdoor cover. Backdoor covers are the worst, folks. When everything is going right your way the entire game, that's when you know something is wrong. When you're betting and it's going great from the get-go, you're like, oh, I got this team -7 and they're up by 20. That's a bad feeling, folks. You want to be losing quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and then come back in quarter 4. That's really when you win. When it's going good from quarter 1, you know you're fucked. I don't care if you're winning. You're screwed at the end of it, folks. All right, and then we got one more bet slip here. Packers +7. Somebody put $500 on it. Loving that as well. So fantastic. Some good bets right there. We just don't like the Panthers +3.5. I don't know what's going on with people taking the Panthers here. Did y'all forget that it was Bill Belichick that made Sam Darnold see ghosts, folks? So I think I got to make that a Twitter clip because I think everybody forgot it. I did not see that at all this week. Were we the first ones to bring that up? Well, we'll get the credit for it when we post it on Twitter, so we will definitely do that. Alrighty, folks, so that is it for us today, folks. We are good to go to watch a full, exciting day of NFL football. Are y'all ready? The best day of the week, folks. A Sunday? A Sunday? You're giving me a Sunday? Yes, sir. Football on all day today. So we're going to get out of here 10 minutes out from kickoff. Let's see how we do, and let's see if we are able to stick it to Vegas this week for taking the king away from us. Our 10-pick betting extravaganza. One more time, let's recap the picks. Cowboys -10, Ravens -6, and Packers +7.5. Raiders -3, Patriots -3.5, Saints -6, Browns +2.5, Eagles +2, Titans +7, Texans +5.5, folks. An elite 5-teamer out here, all official picks, and we are ready to do some damage to Vegas, folks. Alrighty, we're back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, breaking down everything that we just saw today and getting ready for Week 10, folks. Getting ready for Week 10 tomorrow. Here we go, folks. Have a great one. Cash in, bet, win. Hope your team wins, all of that. Hope your fantasy wins. And hopefully what we said this week was not right. Because that would not be great. Alrighty, folks, we're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow, live noon Eastern. Enjoy your full day of football. We will. Here we go, folks.